All right, we're getting more details with regards to the Delhi terror probe. Remember, a man in his early 20s who was killed in a brutal fashion by two people who were being handled from abroad, one from across Canada and another one whose handlers are based in Pakistan. More details coming to light with regards to that. Sources say that there's a man named Dalla who had assigned the targets for Jagga. We're talking about Jagjit Singh in this case. Among the list of the targets were Shiv Sena leader Amit Arora. They promised an amount as well for this killing. The second target was Gursimran Mann, a Congress leader, and the third target was Jitendra Kumar, a Bajrang Dal leader. So we have now names of these leaders that have surfaced of the Hindu leaders who were on their radar. Let me go across to Priyank joining us live with more details. This is sensational bit of news coming in. Of course, the cops have been investigating on these lines as well, and we'd broken down details of the political affiliations of these Hindu leaders as well. But more details coming in, Priyank.
Yes, certainly. Shiv Dalla, who is a person who is based in Canada, was working on the behest of the ISI, and later to that what it has been revealed during the course of investigation that these two suspects who have been arrested by the Delhi police specials were given clear-cut coordinates by these Pakistani handlers who are sympathizers of Khalistan, as well as have been working for the Islamic terror in the national capital and across the country. What it has been found that these three names of Amit, who is a leader from Shiv Sena, the suspects were supposed to get 1 crore rupee. For the Congress leader, they were supposed to get 1.5 crore, and for Jitendra Kumar, the local Bajrang Dal leader, they were supposed to get 50,000. To prove that they are competent enough, they picked up a man whose name so far has come up as Rajkumar. He was a vagabond who was a person who was working in the area of Jahangirpuri as a rag picker. He was picked only because he had a tattoo of Trishul on one of his arms, and later on he was brutally killed. His head was chopped off and both the hands were also cut off. The Delhi police is also looking for around 10 more suspects who have been associated with these people. We also broke the names of these suspects who have come under the radar of the Delhi police special cell. 6 of them have been involved in providing logistics as well as arms and ammunition to these suspects, because we know that 2 military grade hand grenade and 2 sophisticated pistols with 22 cartridges have already been recovered from the possession of these people. On the other side, there were few more handlers who are based in different portions of the world who were also trying to get in touch with these suspects. So as soon as Naushad came out of the Tihar jail in the year 2022 in the month of August, he was lodged in the jail in Haldwani, where he met Jagga. Jagga was continuously in touch with Ashdeep Dalla because he was attacked by the henchmen of Lawrence Bishnoi, since we know that there are only 2 gangs which have been operating so far, and if any gangster is not showing their association, they are being killed by these suspects. One is of Lawrence Bishnoi, second one is of Bambiha gang. So these gangsters were also trying Goldibra gang. So Bambiha and Lawrence Bishnoi gang was working together. Then we got to know that the other gang was also trying to get in touch with this. But if you look at the pattern which the ISI has followed, it's certainly a pattern of K2, which is of Kashmir and Khalistan. With respect to Kashmir, since they are unable to do much more activities in the valley because of the high security presence, they have been investing too much in the Islamic terrorism. Right. For this particular contract, around 2.5 to 3 crore rupee was decided by the ISI, and which was supposed to be given to these people so that the atmosphere can be vitiated. Leaders from Shiv Sena, Congress and Bajrang Dal being the prime target, it's giving a clear-cut indication that not only right-wing leaders, but they were also trying to target Congress leaders who have come out and spoken against those terrorists who have been trying to vitiate the atmosphere in the country.
Right, but more about the hit list there, Priyank, because it seems... All right, Gursimran Mann ji हमारे साथ phone line पे जुड़ रहे हैं, sir. What do you have to say as far as, this terror hit list that is being said of an individual who seems to be sitting in Canada but seems to be getting the help and the support and the logistics from Pakistan's ISI to create such a terror, especially when it comes to targeting not just right-wing leaders but also political netas like one from the Congress as well? Mann sir?
Hello?
जी sir.
जी जय मैम जय.
सर आपको आवाज आ रही है?
जी 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 जी.
सर आप क्या कहेंगे? बताया जा रहा है कि कांग्रेस के नेता भी निशाने में थे इन टेररिस्ट के, जितने राइट विंग लीडर्स थे उनके निशाने पे एक हिट लिस्ट बनाकर तैयार करके रखी हुई थी कि जिस नेता को मारा जाएगा, निशाना बनाया जाएगा, उतना ज्यादा पैसा मिलेगा।
नहीं, हमारी भारत के प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से और हमारे भारत के गृह मंत्री जी से मांग है, इन आतंकवादियों को सख्ती से पेश आना चाहिए, ताकि जो हिंदुस्तान में हमारे ये माहौल खराब कर रहे हैं ना, चाहे पंजाब का, चाहे पूरे इंडिया का, चाहे जम्मू कश्मीर का, इन सभी को पकड़कर जेल में बंद करना चाहिए और लाइफ टाइम जेल में बंद रखना चाहिए, किसी को छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए
जी।
हम प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ हैं और गृह मंत्री जी के साथ हैं। जहां आतंकवाद के मुद्दे पर हम इनके साथ हमेशा रहेंगे।
जी मान साहब, आपका भी नाम इस हिट लिस्ट पे है और बताया जा रहा है कि 1.5 करोड़ का इनाम तय किया गया था इन हैंडलर्स के द्वारा, पर आप ही की पार्टी के मंत्री या आप ही की पार्टी के नेता जैसे उदित राज अगर इन्वेस्टिगेशन को क्वेश्चन करे, उस पर सवाल उठाए और इस टेरर लिंक को पे सवाल उठाने की जगह इन्वेस्टिगेशन की और मांग करने की जगह ऐसे सवाल उठाए, तो आपको कैसा लगता है?
कांग्रेस पार्टी को तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन करवानी चाहिए। प्रधानमंत्री जी से कहना चाहिए जिसको नाम आ रहा है उनके सख्ती से उनसे पूछना चाहिए
जी।
लेकिन
पर वही सवाल है मान साहब, उदित राज जी ने 2 दिन पहले यही बोला कि दिल्ली पुलिस तो जोर जबरदस्ती करके कुछ भी बयान निकलवा सकती है ऐसे लोगों से।
किसी की हत्या कोई टारगेट किया हो जो सीधा तौर पे आम आदमी पार्टी पर निशाना साधा जाता है, अगर दिल्ली में ये टेररिस्ट पकड़े जाते हैं, बताया जा रहा है अभी भी सारे के सारे नहीं पकड़े गए हैं, करीबन 8 लोग और हैं शक के दायरे में दिल्ली पुलिस के, कि वो भी ऐसी कार्रवाई आगे कर सकते हैं।
पता कहला सभी को पकड़ना चाहिए तुरंत, किसी को हम मार नहीं सकते, ये मनुष्य अधिकारों का हनन है। ये पाकिस्तान जो ISI है इसको मुंह तोड़ जवाब देना चाहिए हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी। हमें कांग्रेसी जरूर हैं, लेकिन हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी बब्बर शेर हैं, बब्बर शेर ही रहेंगे।
लेकिन ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज का क्या सर, जितने बाकी नेतागण हैं वो फिर सवाल उठाते, अगर इन्वेस्टिगेशन पे उस पर रोक लगनी चाहिए या नहीं?
इन्वेस्टिगेशन आगे होनी चाहिए। जो हमारे लोग बोलते हैं ना भाई कोई दबाव में आ गया, कोई दबाव में है, जो दिल्ली पुलिस है बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रही है जी।
तो क्या आप सवाल उठाएंगे, उदित राज जी से पूछेंगे कि ऐसी राजनीति क्यों खेली जा रही है?
आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहते हैं भाई कोई भी हमारा जो पॉलिटिकल नेता है उसको ऐसे बयान नहीं देने चाहिए।
और कितना खतरा मानते हैं मान साहब, कितना खतरा मानते हैं इसे? बताया जा रहा है कि ये इंस्ट्रक्शंस जो बाहर से आए थे, जो कनाडा से, पाकिस्तान से आए थे, ये टेलीग्राम द्वारा आए थे, ड्रॉप डेड वेपन्स का मेथड यूज किया गया, और आप अकेले नहीं और भी काफी सारे ऐसे हिंदू नेता हिट लिस्ट पे थे।
मैं वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूं कि इन लोगों को साथ देना चाहिए जी अपने देश की एजेंसियों का। जो हमारे कांग्रेस के लोग कह रहे हैं ये वही बुलवा सख्ती से बुलवा लेते हैं। नहीं
चलिए, पर गुरसिमरन जी आप अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए और मांग करेंगे क्या सर? आप अपनी सुरक्षा बढ़ाने की मांग करेंगे क्या सर?
नहीं, ये तो सरकार ने देखना सुरक्षा बढ़ानी है या नहीं बढ़ानी है, वापस लेनी है। हमें डर नहीं है कोई, हम मौत से डरते नहीं है। मैं 70 दिन से घर में बंद हूँ, नजरबंद हूँ
जी। मान साहब धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए। लेट मी गो अक्रॉस टू Priyank once again. Priyank, that's another reaction coming in, of course, in contradiction to what was earlier said by, for example, Udit Raj, wherein he said that the Delhi police often resorts to third-degree torture to, make these kind of accused people confess those statements as they wish to, according to their own convenience. That was said by a Congress leader, and here you have Mr. Mann say it in as many words that it's extremely condemnable that these kind of political netas, these kind of political leaders can today resort to that narrative. But coming back to the investigations, what can you tell us about the big details we're picking up?
Yes, certainly, and these politicians like Udit Raj, who have been questioning this kind of brutal murder of Indian national, is certainly a very horrific trend which need to be highlighted, because this is certainly a politics of convenience. God forbid if there would have been a big attack on some big political leader, they would have also called it a conspiracy which could have been hatched by the Indian agencies. But for the fact of the matter is that a person who was a 22-year-old boy was killed brutally, chopped off his head, his hands were also cut off only because he was having a tattoo of a Trishul on his hand. So don't they also feel responsible that they should try to fight for the justice for the victim. We have lost one person who was an Indian national by these terrorists who have been funded by Pakistan as well as Khalistan terrorists. But that's a very shameful statement which came out from Mr. Raj, I would say. While talking about the investigation, see, the Delhi police had got 14 days of police remand in their hand. They had also taken the accused to the spot. But unfortunately, yesterday when the family members, suspected family members, I would say, were told to join the investigation, they later on refused to accept that the deceased had belonged to their family. The Delhi police wanted to go for a DNA test so that it can be certain that who this person was. We have also done a ground effort, and it was very difficult to find any of the family members. Just because this person did not have a family member, he was a vagabond, he was a rag picker, he was killed, and no one is raising their voice. No candles are being burned on the streets, and no light on the street, no protest march, nothing happening.
Well, that's
only
really
one thing which the opposition party,
because even when it comes to the identity of this individual who was cut to pieces and mutilated by these terrorists, still hasn't been established as of now, because there hasn't been any family even to come out with registering a complaint to as to say that one individual of their family or someone they know has gone missing for a long time. But if you can tell us, Priyank, also on the 8 other suspects that the police are on the lookout for.
See, there are 8 to 10 suspects. 6 of them are said to be the people who were involved in, providing logistics and arms and ammunition. As we were telling to our viewers, that during the course of initial investigation, the Delhi police found 2 military-grade hand grenades, which was given to the suspect that after the brutal killing, because they wanted to film the video, just like Kanhaiya Lal Teli. It is a case of Satan Sejuda. There is no denial about it.
And the manner in which these men carried out this gruesome murder and thereafter shot the video to prove their capabilities to their handlers based in Canada and Pakistan. Very, very shocking. Thank you, Priyank, for joining us with all those details. It's time for us with that to head into a very quick break. We'll be right back with more news and updates on the Newsroom 365 this afternoon. Stay tuned.